Hello everyone, how are you feeling today? It's Eros everyone here, and today, as requested, I'm coming at you with a DDD combo video. Now, one thing I would say before, this is going to be three combos that I'm going to show you guys in one video. If you want to have a fourth combo or another combo to just, maybe find a way to maybe add that in and just make it better, and just learn another basic combo, I will leave in the end slate of the video another combo videos that I did for DDDs, which is like just one combo, but it's another combo. So that's pretty much it for that. Also, I'm going to show you three combos. Like I said, the first one is 3 cards, the second one is 4 cards, and the last one is like improvisation with one different card here and there to still end up with a good board. And this is pretty much because I see people still have a hard time with DDD, because DDDs are like, don't get me wrong, that's why I like to do these combo videos, because DDDs are really fun as a combo deck, but they're a little bit of difficult to sometimes to master. So I thought to myself, I need to do a combo video including this new guy, because sometimes people are getting a little bit of confused when there are new cards out and they're like not play testing with cards from the OCG before, and just playing with the TCG cards. So I felt like this is a very, very important video to do for you guys, and also I just enjoy it because DDDs are really fun. But without further ado, let's get started. And also one thing, just to let you guys know, in the extra deck, I actually changed the Decode Talker to Master King Archfiend. I would recommend to might you guys do that as well, because I came to the conclusion that Decode Talker is nice, but I wanted to have an option to like to do something if like I only have 2 fiends that are not dark, which could come up, and I'm going to show you in the third combo that sometimes it's actually come up and you have nothing to do against it. And because of that, I felt like Master King Archfiend is not only a better option, but just in general, I recommend sometimes to have a Link 2 instead of a Link 3 that give you protection, in order that the Link 2 will give you the option to even go into that combo to begin with. So yeah, with that out of the way, let's get started now 100%. So for the 3 cards combo, you need to have in your hand a must-off card in your hand. You need to have 1 copy of Savant Kepler. Like, Savant Kepler is a must-off in this 3 and 4 card combos, and you need to have him in your hand. And then the last 2 cards can be a combination of either Sura Slime and or Lamia, and then either Necro Slime or Vice Typhon. So like Necro Slime and Vice Typhon pretty much achieve the same goal in this combo, but I would recommend it to be the Necro Slime because it's a little bit more diverse. So if you still open up with Vice Typhon, you can still achieve this combo, but like I said, Necro Slime is pretty much the best option. Like, you don't really choose what to draw. I'm just saying it for like, if you want to practice yourself, I would say like Necro Slime is a better option, but like if you draw Vice Typhon, it's not a bad option. It's like, I'm just saying that in a weird way, but I don't know. But the next 2 is like, you choose to, like, you not choose, but like you need 2 of those 3 with the Kepler. And for this combo, for like the clarity's sake, I'm going to pretty much put Sura Slime because convenient. So let's get started. Starting things off, we're going to normal summon the Savant Kepler, which is then going to search to our hand, you guessed it, the gate, which then we're going to activate the gate, use the gate to search the Lamia, and then we're going to start our combo from here. So starting things off, you're going to use the Savant Kepler, putting in the extra deck because that's where he goes. And then you link summon Linkaribo, which is really, really important because Linkaribo giving you the option to pretty much have your extra monsters, like extra deck monsters and not the extra monster zone, which most of the time it's really, really matter, but sometimes you have to do like the other way around and you have to have the monsters, your fusion monsters, synchro monsters in the extra monster zone. But you rather not to, because it just pretty much, you have to use them then later to link summon, and you don't want that. So if you have the ability to bring either a Linkaribo or a Link 2 really, really easily, I'd recommend to do that first before you do anything else. But now when this is down, I'm going to go Sura Slime and Necro Slime to the grave in order to fusion summon our one and only little Gengis right here. And then, of course, I'm going to banish the Sura Slime. I'm going to put the, the graveyard here. I'm going to banish the Sura Slime to special summon the Lamia from my hand, which is then going to trigger up the Gengis to special summon the Necro Slime from my grave. Weird, but trust me, it's important. Then I'm going to use those 2 to make out the lovely, lovely Alexander. And then I'm going to use those two to make out the Witch Apprentice in this zone again. Next up, I'm going to use Necro Slime effect to banish himself and the Gengis that I have in my grave, to bring out our new boy, which is Big Gengis, triggering up Alexander effect to bring out the Lamia back from your grave, and then you're going to use it and Alexander to special summon Siegfried. Next, it's going to trigger up this guy effect to special summon the Alexander back. And then unfortunately, but you have to do it because you need the space in the extra monster zone, you're going to send the Big Gengis to the grave, special summoning the Lamia, using Lamia and Siegfried, putting the Lamia in the banish zone because, you know, it's used its effect, and then you bring out your Crystal Wing. And that's a really good 3 cards combo. You end up with like 4 cards and 2 cards additional in hand. You gonna +1 and you have 2 negates. And when this card is getting destroyed, you're getting it recycled. Unfortunately, like, except from Linkaribu, you have nothing in the grave. But if you, like, for example, prefer to go like an Omega, you can also snipe a card from your opponent's hand and pretty much return a card from the dark to the grave, so then you can have a card back to your hand. Like, it depends. This can either be a Crystal Wing or an Omega, depend on what you feel, but I'm going the most standard, so Crystal Wing. And that's pretty much it for the 3 cards combo. Now we'll move on to the 4 card combo, which is, again, pretty simple. You are required, again, to have the Kepler, but let me a second to, you know, adjust everything because I need to put Spring from the Graveyard back, and then this goes here. Good. So, like I said, you still require the Kepler, like I said, and then either Necro Slime or Vice Typhon as one of your 3 other cards. Cyril Slime and Lamia, and of course the last one will be Ragnarok. So, Kepler and then 3 of those cards. And I would go specifically with those 3 and once again search the Lamia, so let's get started. So starting things off, again, you're going to normal summon the Kepler, and of course search your contract. Let's put the Kepler right here. We're going to use the contract to search the Lamia and add it to our hand. Then we put the Ragnarok before we forget, and then when we use the Savant Kepler to make out, again, our little friend, Linkaribu, right here. Hopefully it's not so blurry. Then we're going to use, of course, Cyril Slime and Necro Slime, again, to the grave, to make out our little Gengis. But we are not going to use Ragnarok effect, we're going to wait. So now we're going to banish the Cyril Slime, special summoning the Lamia. Then we're going to use those 2 to make out the Alexander. And now are we going to trigger up Ragnarok effect, special summoning the Gengis back, and then going to trigger up his, actually the Gengis should go to this zone, like, you know, far away from those 2 zones, because then we're going to like link away with to make out Witch Apprentice, so it's really important. And then you're going to trigger up Alexander effect to special summon the Lamia again, and then you're going to use those 2 to make out your Siegfried, which then triggering up your Gengis to special summon back the Lamia. Now, something really weird we're going to do right now, we're actually going to use Siegfried and Linkaribu to make the Witch Apprentice. Now, it does sound weird on paper, but trust me, it's absolutely work and it absolutely helps. So I would recommend to do that. But next thing you're going to do, you're going to banish the Alexander and the Necro Slime. Again, weird choice, but it helps quite a bit. And then you're going to bring out the Big Gengis boy. And then what you're going to do is you're going to use those 2, send those 2 to grave, and you bring out another Synchro Monster, another level 7 that we run in our extra deck. I will let you guess for a second, but I think it's pretty obvious, and that is, of course, Meteor Burst. Meteor Burst is awesome because now it's going to special summon the Ragnarok from the scale, which then you can use which one of them you want to activate first, because this one can activate first or this one. I would say I would go with this one first, but whatever. And then you bring out, because if you go with this one first and this one second, even if this one gets negated, you're still getting the Siegfried back, which we're going to summon right now. And this one just brings you back a Lamia, which is a little bit less important than the Siegfried. I would recommend that. So, yeah. And then you're going to use those 2 to make out your one and only number 90 Photon Lord. Again, it can be in Hope Harbinger, but I specifically like Photon Lord. And then those two go to the grave. Crystal Wing. Pretty simple. 4-card combo, you end up with 3 negates, and Witch Apprentice, and Contract, and of course you still have the now in this particular case, you still have the Lamia in the grave and you haven't used it. Now if you have a Deco Talker in your extra deck and you want to go with another protection, you can. I just don't recommend it, because I think it's a little bit overextending and going with way too much resources, but if you want to, you can always use the Witch Apprentice with a Deco Talk, with a Lamia that you can send from the field to the graveyard, you send the Contract, and you getting the Deco Talker with it and the Lamia. Or you can always just do this, and then when your opponent attacking you, just switch this to a Link Haribo from your graveyard. It's depending on your choice. But that's pretty much it for the 4-card combo. Now we'll move on to the improvised 4-card combo, which, like I said, sometimes you don't open up with the cards that you wish, so let's go with that. Again, give me a second to adjust everything. And for this particular combo, we are not going to use Kepler, because sometimes you don't open up with Kepler, and the ones that we're actually going to use instead is Copernicus. Copernicus will be our other option, and again, you can sometimes not open up with a gate, so Copernicus is pretty much your secondary option if you need to. And then, of course, Sterile Slime, Lamia, and Ragnarok. This is your secondary combo if you have to. Sometimes you have to, and there is no other option. So again, let's get started, shall we? Starting things off, we'll put the Ragnarok in scale, and then we will normal summon the Copernicus to send out to our grave the Sterile Slime. Then we're going to do a very, very interesting thing. We're going to use those two to fusion summon our lovely little Gengis, or right here. What's going to happen next is we're actually not going to trigger up. I believe we're not going to trigger up this effect. I actually need to think for a second, but I think we don't. So excuse me if I'm doing a mistake, because this combo is a little bit more difficult than the rest, because it's not a generic one. So you're going to use Master King Archfiend because you have to. And then I believe you're going to fusion summon with the Sterile Slime and the Necro Slime, because you don't going to special summon anything from the hand. And then you're going to special summon the big Gengis, which is then going to trigger up Ragnarok effect to special summon this guy, which is then going to trigger up his effect to special summon this, which then you're going to use those two to make the Meteor Burst, which then you're going to use Meteor Burst effect to special summon the Ragnarok, and then you're going to use the Ragnarok effect to special summon this. Oh, my apologies. And then you're going to use this card effect because you can. Actually, no, because you use this guy effect because you fusion summon. So, like, the problem is, like, you don't get to use this guy effect, unfortunately. I believe not. Actually, yeah, you don't get to use this guy effect, unfortunately, but sometimes that's how it works. So you're going to use those two to make out your Photon Lord or Hope Harbinger, and then you're going to use Lamia effect, sending this to the grave, special summon itself, and then using those two, this one getting banished, to special summon a Crystal Wing. Which is, again, sometimes you have to go improvised combos, unfortunately, but yeah, it's still a very, very okay board and a very, very solid one. So that's pretty much it for the combo videos with our new guy, Gengis. So, as always, hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you enjoyed, and of course, like, subscribe to the channel, because if you want to see me do more stuff. Again, put the notification bell if you want to be notified immediately, and then also comment in the section down below. What do you think I done wrong, or anything else? If I did something wrong with the combo, I don't think I did. I kind of like tested it like 10 times in order to not like have mistakes in the middle, but if I did, I would love to know them, because, you know, I just don't want to be mistaken and just like make other people to be mistaken and just do like, you know, stupid combos that like not really work and they're illegal. So I hope I didn't do any mistake like that. But anyway, other than that, hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget, like I said, like, subscribe. Remember, creativity is the key in this game. Have a good day, guys. Stay safe. And update video, I'm hoping will come out soon. Unfortunately, I'm a little bit again, a little bit of busy, but I think I can sit up for like 5 to 10 minutes and talk with you guys about the things that are going to happen, or just in general, what happened in the last few months, because I think things a little bit have changed. But like I said, guys, we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.